Alright guys, so it is new standard season, new month has started, so I am running Cliff Dive Demon Hunter to kick off the new season. I really like this deck. I didn't think that... I'm tempted to keep Cliff Dive. Let's do these two, that seems good. It seems like the Searing Reflection Paladin deck that I've been working on is probably not the best choice for for trying to actually move up the ladder. So this one seemed like a good balance of fun and competitive. I still don't think this deck is perfectly tuned yet, but it's pretty darn close. The addition of Perennial Serpent has been fantastic. Gives you some early game bombs, and if you get it off of like Caulifero, pretty solid. I mean, fine off a Cliff Dive as well, obviously. Ooh, looks like Tracking Hunter. Yeah, there's a version of this Hunter deck playing a bunch of Discover cards, and it seems really good. Wisp is crazy. Can't imagine playing Wisp in 2025. There's an aggro paladin deck that I played for a hot minute just to see how good it was, and it played Wisp, and I don't know, Wisp just always feels silly to me. I think this is fine here, because that gives me turn 4 Drake, or Serpent, I mean. Okay, so maybe they're not playing the Discover-based Hunter deck, which is good, because that's a very powerful deck. I'd much rather face aggro than that. Yeah, I think the Perennial Serpent is the best play here. Like, Infestation seems cool, but I think getting this out while we can is really important. Let's do this. What do we do here? I think no matter what I hit, they can attack back and kill it, which I think is actually good, because then that means they're not hitting my face. Okay, then. Nope, they're just going to hit my face. Okay, then. They're like, don't care. So Infestation will probably be necessary here. I can take out 4 guys that way. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Let's do this. Cool. 6, 7. So if I draw a Cliff Dive next turn, I can coin and play it. This could be good in 2 turns. Could coin and play that. I think leaving the 1/1 is fine. They've only got 2 cards left, but I am at 8, so this is a tight spot. And no Blob of Tar is a pain. Getting a Blob of Tar is normally the best way to slow down some of these aggro decks. Okay then. That's pretty good. Not Cliff Dive. Let's do this, see if there's anything worth doing here. That's helpful. That's actually very helpful. Let's not die. And my hero's immune, so I can just take that out. We'll take that out. And next turn, I've got Inquisitor, or very likely this guy, but Inquisitor's a possibility, especially since I have a weapon. I don't think I'll be able to kill him. I've got 14 on board plus the weapon. Inquisitor would be another 8, so it's possible. Oops. That don't work. Yeah, I think Ziliax is a good addition to this deck. I took it out. I think I played in the original Cliff Dive deck. But I took it out to... Ooh, did they just give me the win? So 17 here plus 8 is 25. They just handed me the extra damage I needed. That works well. Ta-da! Yeah, Inquisitor does a lot of good work. Alright, so that was Hunter, so 1-0 after Hunter. Like I was saying, I think Ziliax would be a good addition to this, but it seemed a little tight because adding Perennial Serpent means that you get a little bit heavier on bombs. So I took the Ziliax out, anticipating that this would be a little bit more aggressive and not go as long, which made me think Ziliax might be a little bit worse. Obviously, Ziliax fantastic. I have been thinking about possibly taking out a return policy for Ziliax. Okay, Paladin. I haven't seen many Murlocs lately. It's been a big fluctuation in Murloc playing lately, at least from what I've seen on the ladder. And I play quite a bit of the ladder. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, part of why I'm thinking about removing return policies because there's a lot of times off of Illidari studies I get a Death Rattle minion. And that messes with the return policies because it only shows you 3 because it's just a normal discover. So there are times where you won't see the Ravenous Fell Hunter, which is the whole reason you play it. So I think playing one of them limits that risk and also gives you Ziliax, which is awesome. Hopefully Blobatar. Good. Yeah, a bunch of Blobatar is the best way I've found to deal with Murlocs. Playing that card main deck. Very interesting. Normally they just discover into that from what I've seen. I'm going to make these. Sometimes I hold this to deal 2 damage, but that's not super relevant as the game goes on because their quest gets pretty crazy, as most people know nowadays. And having 2 makes it super simple to hold 1 back. Yeah, this guy will come in handy too with a lifesteal. Oh, there's a cliff dive. Sure. That is totally fine. That works. And coin into a 1-drop. That is very Murloc of you. So they've only played 2 guys and it's turn 4, so I'm feeling pretty good. They're basically giving me a ton of time to just set up and sit around, and Fell Hunter seems great. Yeah. I could Blob of Tar, but I don't anticipate it would be super relevant. I think I'm going to wait until they establish a little bit of a board presence. Obviously, if they kill this, I get 2 Blob of Tar. But... Haha! Yeah, not super concerned right now. Okay, so they're going to use those guys there. Totally fine with me. Let's see what I get off of this. That's a very good card. It does mess with my Ravenous Fell Hunters, which I think are going to be very important here. So I'm going to draw some cards instead. It also still lets me play another Blob of Tar if that's the best play. Ooh, Infestation's good. So we'll get some guys, hit them for 5. I don't really care about this 1/1. Never thought I'd be going more aggressive than the Murloc player. Very surprising. And I've got Cliff Dive next turn with plenty of targets. No weapons, so I'm a little less inclined to do it. Because the best ones are where you get Inquisitor and have a weapon, so then you can just hit him in the face, and then the Inquisitor also hits their face. Yeah, I wasn't using the deck tracker for a while, but it seems like I've been playing a lot of decks that pull things from my deck: Searing Reflection, Cliff Dive, Caliphero. So it's very important, and it's way better than keeping track of it by hand. I do think we're a little bit too dependent on data to tell us what to do with deck building. Like, that's part of what I've talked about on a lot of my like fun deck building series is with like Searing Reflection, Grime Street Paladin, stuff like that. You know, deck building is kind of a lost art, and I think it's something. It's like a muscle. You know, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So I think a lot of people just don't really use it enough anymore. That's fair. That was a pretty bad position for them. All right, 2-0 after Hunter and Murlocs. Didn't even have to cliff dive. Yeah, I've loved cliff dive as a deck for quite a while now. I don't remember when I first saw it. at least a few months ago. Might have been like 6 months ago. But it's a very powerful card. 7 mana for 2 dudes is amazing. And the fact that they shuffle back in is great. I mean, the biggest broken thing is this. If you get a dormant minion, you just keep the dormant minion because you can't take it away. Another hunter, you say? So I don't keep that. I'm not sure I keep Illidari Studies either. I think there's a lot better things I can draw. Well, this guy's definitely coming down. Yeah, I think some people forget that red card enables this guy because you just need a dormant minion. It's not you have a dormant minion. So... Alright, Mr. Hunter, what you got? Oh, Quest Hunter, okay. And this is 1357. 1357, okay. Not the best draws, getting these 8 drops the last 2 turns. Would love to see basically anything else. Wow, okay then. So let's do this so that I have the Serpent for next turn. Hopefully they play a dude that's worth attacking so I can get a little extra value. That's if you play it. Yeah, pick one of the others. Alright, so they've got 1 and 3. They need 5 and 7. I don't know if you guys know this. Fun fact. The word perennial has to do with your butt. So this is basically a butt serpent. The more you know. Okay, they need a 5 and a 7 still. Hopefully they don't get there. That's pretty good. And then they get to choose another. Yup, that's very strong. And they get to choose another. Very strong. Alright. Very cool play. Not incredibly powerful, obviously, in the face of a butt serpent. But let's see what happens. What is the reward for this? Oh yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, 5 mana 9/9 alone, especially with Rush, pretty solid. And abilities. I have a pretty good feeling about this game. Alright, that's fair. Let's draw some cards. Nice. Also nice. I could use the Insect Claw to take out the Phoenix. Not sure if that's super relevant. Let's see, my Cliff Dive next turn. Yeah, we're just gonna go face. Yeah, unfortunately I've got both the Inquisitors. So the Cliff Dive doesn't matter if I have a weapon, unfortunately. Alright, so this means Ravenous Fellhunter is active. So hopefully we get... nope. Hopefully we get one off of this. There it is. Very solid. So let's do that. That gives me 2 dudes. This is going to kill him at the end of the turn. Let's do this to the face. This to the face. And then that will make sure that dies also. Solid turn. So the only targets I have left are Fellhunter and Butt Serpent. That's annoying, but totally fine. And nobody ever plans for Inquisitor. Inquisitor is so strong. On the surface, it looks like a very casual card, like very fun to play, but it's surprisingly powerful. Like the ability to hit your opponent, like especially if this is the turn after you play it, hitting them for 8 with it and then attacking with your hero and hitting them for 8 again. Oh, it's so good. That's the best feeling. Okay, you guys can't see it because of my big ol' mug there, but this is basically all the traps. There's a couple extra that it could be, but I'm not super concerned about it, honestly. Alright, explosive is fine. That's fine. But, hey, guess what? You're still dead. You possess power. On the dot. Sweet. 3-0. Alright, up to silver 9. Yeah, I don't think that quest deck is very good, the hunter one. I've had it go very well for them before. Like, I've seen people play some crazy stuff, and then once they get the quest active, and then they get the dudes off of the 5 mana guy, It gets pretty out of hand, but you have to be able to do it, so... It seemed like he was relying on discovering minions to be able to get there, which doesn't seem ideal. Okay, so against Rogue... Definitely get rid of this guy. I'm debating on the infestation. I don't think the infestation is worth it. Could be. Let's do this. Nice. So now we got turn 3 into likely turn 4 Perennial Serpent. Good old butt buddy there. Okay, this could be good for them. There's a lot of ways to do that. Interesting. Let's draw 2 on the death rattle, sure. Good old King Lane, son of a gun. This card is so annoying. I hate it almost as much as leeches, but leeches I cannot stand. King Lane, at least I can get rid of him. Wow. That gives me, what, Magtheridon? Wow, not many people play that version of Ziliax. I love it. That's a pretty good version, actually. So, unfortunately, I feel like this is better than playing King Lane. Because King Lane, I mean, if they've got the guy that cuts my life in half, then so be it. But yeah, it's just going to shuffle back in, and then they have the ability to attack again, and I don't know. But they do know I have... Oh, good, okay. They do know I have it, though, now. So if I play it next turn, that should be okay. So let's do that. Infestation seems cool. I'm going to hold the coin for the cliff dive next turn. I would like to have a weapon up, though, is the problem. Yeah, I guess I'll just play the weapon next turn. Nah, cliff dive's fine. I mean, there are... Okay, so let's do the math here. So there's a Blobatar, 2 Fell Hunters, Inquisitor, and a Serpent. So 2 out of 6. So there's a 30% chance that I will draw... Yeah, there's a higher than 30% chance I'll get a Ravenous Fell Hunter since it pulls 2 minions. So let's do this and this. So this helps me if I get Inquisitor off of Cliff Dive next turn, and this helps me if I get Fell Hunter off of Cliff Dive next turn. Hopefully they kill it. That's obviously the caveat there. King Lane is also in the deck, though. Did they not put that back in there? Yeah, so King Lane is still in my deck, though. So I could get King Lane for all I know. Ooh, if I get King Lane... Ooh, thank you. That's helpful. If I get King Lane, then I can attack into something, assuming they have something. And that would, I think, get rid of it. Yeah, because the battle cry is what shuffles it back in. So if I can... Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to play anything. But if I get it, then, you know, I could always, like, infestation it or something. Ooh, there we go. Nope, and it's gone. Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. So let's just... Come on. Give me double Inquisitor right here. Ooh, we got one. We got one. Excellent. So between infestation, dangerous cliffside, all of that, I'm feeling pretty good about closing this game out.
The shrouded shells send our regard.
Pretty good. So I'm thinking this guy could be okay, actually. Because I can't quite kill them here. Ooh la la, look at that. So let's do that. It'll clear their board for the next 2 turns. And also bring their life down a little bit.
Oh, I can make you talk.
So I only got to deal 6 to them, since this will deal 3 at the end of the turn. So I think we're okay. Ah, fine. Get a slice of bread. What the heck is this? Get 2 sandwiches. Get 2 to sandwich any minions in between. Wow. So, yeah, let's just do this then. Kill that. Hit their face. And then they die at end of turn. Or just now, yeah. Sweet! This is going much better than anticipated. 4-0 after 4 games.
Versus Denatrius! Let your penance begin. This ends now.
Coin makes me more likely to keep Cliff Dive. They are warriors, so they're probably going to sit around and do nothing for a while. How do I want to play this? So I'm definitely keeping the Insect Claw. Yeah, let's see where this gets me. Turn 6 Cliff Dive could be good, but it's normally a little dependent on if they have minions. Really just depends. Like if I can get a weapon up, obviously that's great because of the Inquisitors. But I think there's more powerful things I can do than to try to play around that.
Evil draws close.
Oh, look at that. I could just coin Serpent. I think that's a lot of pressure, and that's normally what you need against Warrior in the early game. Because once they can really start to get some traction with card draw and armor and all that, it becomes a real pain to deal with them. Cliff Dive is a good draw. So I'm thinking Insect Claw might be better along with Cliff Dive, so playing this like turn 6. I would like to put some more pressure though, is the problem. Yeah, let's do this.
All forms of life will be crushed.
Sweet. So let's just red card that guy for now. We don't want any shenanigans. And that hopefully makes the path a little more clear for these guys. So I'll have 7, 12, so that's 17. I mean, yeah, let's see. If they got another one, they got another one, but I'm going to see if I can close this out. I mean, Brawl is very possible also. Yeah, especially with that. Yup. Okay. Alright, that's the way it goes. So Cliff Dive next turn, so I'm going to throw the Claw up. Yeah, let's see what Illidari Studies gives me.
I see.
Double return policy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to change one of those out.
Vengeance is mine. Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
They don't seem concerned. Come on, Inquisitor. Ah, fine. Yeah, I'm not happy to take this guy out. It would basically... That's only 2 damage, so it's not going to kill this, but it'll kill everything else. And this doesn't get me anything right now.
I grow impatient. Time grows short.
I guess it's better than him doing it multiple times off of the spell burst. But I'm not happy about it. Let's hold the weapon back for the Inquisitor next turn. Okay then. Good God. That's pretty brutal. That's also brutal. Well then, yeah, that's crazy. And return policy is not going to work for Ravenous Fellhunter because I didn't play it. It came out of my deck.
Demons. Demons.
Yeah, this could be tough to close out here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go red card here.
Time grows short.
Might as well do this because he's gonna kill all of them anyway.
I grow weary.
So my only fear here with using Inquisitor is that they're just going to kill it next turn. They also can't... Yeah, you know what? He's not good anyway because it's not going to deal more than 1 durability's worth of damage. So let's do this. Not what I wanted. Dang. I was hoping for a Fell Hunter. That's alright, though. There's still a chance, but every turn we get closer to this going off, the harder this game is going to be for me.
Time grows short.
let's throw this out there. Do that.
My hand is too full.
Oh, thank God. That would have been rough if they dirty ratted the Inquisitor out of my hand. That's annoying. Fair enough.
My hand is too full.
Yeah, this is a very tight game here. Let's see, how are they going to play this? Like that, okay. And then we get 2 more. Wow. Wow. That worked out very good. And that was their second brawl. Okay, please don't need Inquisitor or Call a Pharaoh. Alright, annoying but fine. I want to Inquisitor, but I'm not sure it's a very wise decision. What could they do here?
I grow impatient.
Yeah, let's just run this. So they can Ceaseless Expanse. Sure.
All forms of life will be crushed.
Let's see what this gives me. Only 8 cards left in the deck. Yeah, I think another dude is fine.
Vengeance is mine.
So still an uphill battle because they're at 33. But drawing Caulifero would be great. That could win the game. Assuming I get Inquisitor. There's Ceaseless Expanse. How rude. Okay then. Do they really just play that card in their normal deck? That's ridiculous. Sure. Alright, it's still possible to win this, but it will be very difficult, and I'll need a little bit of luck. Because, yeah, Caulifero into multiple Inquisitors is pretty much the only thing I can think of that's going to save this. Thankfully, I've got plenty of Blobatars. Yeah, return policy is really shining this game. Okay then. Okay, so they can deal 24 unless they have something bigger here. 24, 28. You got something else? No, 32. Yeah, we're dead. Alright. Yeah, 8 twice, 16, and then over 2 turns is 32 damage. I'm at 30. Awesome. Alright, so 4-1 after 5 games. Not bad. So this is where I will leave y'all. Again, Cliff Dive, super great deck. Highly recommend it. So check out the other videos. I've got, I think, 2 or 3 other videos playing Cliff Dive Demon Hunter. Got some Pain Demon Hunter. There's some Murloc videos I've uploaded, as well as Grime Street Paladin, which is more fun than competitive. Definitely didn't turn out to be anything good, as expected, but it was worth the experiments. And then Searing Reflection Paladin is my newest my newest infatuation. I can't get enough of the Searing Reflection deck. So check out the YouTube if you're watching on Twitch. Check out the Twitch if you're watching on YouTube. Got the same handle on both of them. Peace and love, guys.